All right.
Nice.
So with me, I've got Tony and Chris from Finding the Narrative, the best Genesis podcast there is.
Oh, that's nice of you. I'll give you the $20. The $20 is in the mail.
Nice. I'll also take that 50 pieces of awesome.
Yes.
And we're going to play a little bit of Terrinoth as a short one-shot.
Cool.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, yes. Yeah, man.
All right, so why don't you tell us about your characters?
Go ahead, Chris.
Well, I have this dwarf warrior named Kilzak. Yes, that Kilzak, everybody. But with about 50 earned XP right now. So he's not the Kilzak, hasn't quite got up to that Kilzak from the show a few sessions ago, but looking like he's gonna have some fun. But basically he's all about wanting to kill this dragon. He wants to become the best dragon slayer ever. Pretty much. He's reckless about it. Hopefully Tony will appreciate that as a player.
Much more as a player than a GM.
Because we know Jim will appreciate it whenever players put their player characters in harm's way, of course.
Absolutely.
So that's about it. Yeah, man.
All right, I'm playing Gorgo Ragemantle. He is a high plane or a Broken Plains dwarf. Just kidding. Broken Plains orc. Primalist. He is a shapeshifter also. He is born with a infernal curse, so he has some weird looking demon parts. And yeah, he's a big badass.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is.
And he doesn't think there's anything wrong with his infernal nature. In fact, he's come to terms with it. He doesn't like people that want to offer to cure him. And he's kind of addicted to answering to his feral nature, his demonic nature. He's kind of got an addiction for it.
Nice.
Alrighty, so
Nice.
Standard boilerplate disclaimer. My first time running Terrinoth. I've run Genesis several times. I'm not positive on all the rules, especially when it comes to magic and some of the heroic abilities and stuff, but we'll wing it, and we're not going to bother looking stuff up. We'll figure it out later.
Sounds good.
Works for me.
Works for me too, man. Mm-hmm.
Put some books up here.
Go put your books away there, then, Tony.
Well, I'll probably have to look up magic if I want to cast anything other than a handful of spells. Nothing major. I'll just have it open to that page eventually.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here. All right, so it's early evening, and the two of yourselves find yourself together in the free city of Tamalir's Adventurers Guild Hall.
Yeah.
You're looking
Do you want us to tell you about a little bit of background of like what we discussed, how our characters met?
Sure, let's go for it.
Shall we do that? All right. Well, first off, Kilzak doesn't remember the attack, but he knows that he's like he's clanless now, and he's been wandering for a few years, and he made his way to Tamalir, and went to this board and was kind of standing next to this board is like, come join us for a gladiator, you can win a prize, become famous, be a gladiator for a night. And I'm like, all right, cool, that looks good. And Tony?
So yeah, Gorgo, who also was wandering after his mentor that taught him in the ways of primal magic and nature. After his mentor passed away, he wandered for a few years and sought adventure. Eventually, he too ended up in the city of Tamalir, staring at the same board.
At the same time.
And the two of them got drunk to celebrate signing up for the gladiatorial thing. and then they proceeded to end up facing each other in the arena and knocked each other out.
Pretty much.
And eventually became best friends.
Isn't that the way it always goes?
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're in a tavern then, or no? Where were you saying? We're in an adventures hall.
Yes.
Cool.
So there's a picture of the Adventurers Hall.
Cool,
Right.
dude.
It's early
like it.
evening.
Okay.
You guys have been on hard times lately, and so your bellies are a little bit hungry. You can smell the food that everyone's eating. There's all kinds of different smokes from different oils and herbs that people are smoking on their pipes. And you see some shifty-looking characters playing cards, coins jingling around. And so you find yourself at the counter. You're looking for an easy payout job. Just something simple, get some coins in the purse, get the place to stay for the night. You want an easy job.
All right. So, what's it gonna be tonight? Yep, going with the southern accent. He's a southern dwarf.
You read better than me. I don't read.
So you guys are already standing at the counter waiting for the brunette elf clerk to come back with a quest that befits your standing. And she comes over and says, "Here you go," she says as she hands over a wax-sealed envelope and a heavy pouch. "Your client wants you to pick up 2 scrolls in a location listed within and deliver to a location also noted within this letter. Simple courier job, though your client insists on delivery by 6 a.m. Pay is 200 silver apiece. If you'll just make your marks here," and she puts a little contract in front of you.
I'll sign my name. I'll just write down Kilzak.
I bite my finger and stamp it.
All right, you make the appropriate marks on a 5th edition character sheet.
There you go. Exactly.
All right, and so she hands you over the sealed envelope and the pouch. The pouch feels a little bit on the heavy, like there's something. There's no jingling. It's something singular and heavy inside.
Is it like tied shut and whatever? Or,
Yes.
So they could tell. Yeah. Well, don't open it. Put that in your pack, dude. Let me look. I'll look in this. Let me open up this envelope. See where we're going.
All right, so you open up the envelope, and it lists the place that you need to pick up the scrolls as the Patriarch's Crypt in the Jade Dragon Mausoleum in the graveyard on the other side of town.
Okay.
And then the destination of where you're to take the scrolls is the Jade Dragon Bathhouse in the northeast quarter.
Okay.
All right. I look at the girl as I'm handing you that pouch. Can we look in that? Is that what we need? Or is that what we have to pick up scrolls and we're delivering scrolls to somebody?
She shrugs. I don't know. They didn't give me any information. They just told me that whichever party takes us up needs this as the key.
Oh. Okay. And the first place we're going is the Jade what?
The Patriarch
Jade
of the Jade Dragon's crypt in the mausoleum.
Ah.
Okay. I'm going to open the pouch and look inside.
All right, you open up the pouch. And inside, you see a jade disc with 3 numbers carved into it. 31, 41, 59.
Okay.
Oh, I flip it over. So it no longer reads 14, 65, 13.
There you go. I think you have it upside down.
I did.
Do you know your numbers?
Yes, I know numbers.
Okay, good.
1, 2, many.
That's right. 1, 2, 3. Kick him in the knee, and I knee him in the knee. 3, 4. Let's go out that door.
Okay, sounds good. I pat him on the back, with the usual hardness.
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
So it's already early evening. It's about 8 o'clock. You got till 6 a.m. to make the delivery.
Easy. Let's go get the thing. Let's go get the thing first. Come back. Oh, we should have asked for money first. Darn it.
Payment on
We should have
delivery.
asked for a little bit payment on delivery, man. But we need a little bit of walking around money, don't we?
No, we need Phil belly money.
We don't have that.
Because right now, little elf woman look very, very appealing.
I kind of like. There's some comments that you make. I mean, my family's all about the roadkill, but all right, let's go find this mausoleum.
Yeah.
All right, so
Jade Dragon's mausoleum.
as you're heading out, you do notice there's some eyes tracking you from some of the seedier looking adventurers.
Mm-hmm.
But no one gets up or moves or does anything. They just watch you as you head out.
All right, I'll keep an eye on us.
It's quite obvious that I'll pick a fight with them if they want to. I mean, if I stare them all down until they stop looking.
Oh, they stop looking as soon as you start staring down. They're like going back to their meals, going back to their cards.
Nice. All right. Yeah, so we'll go try and find this this mausoleum of the Jade Dragon Patriarch.
All right, it's got directions to once you get over to the graveyard, how to find it. Takes about an hour getting across town, and then another 30 minutes searching for the right area.
All right. That sounds good. Is there guessing it's free to walk in though then, right?
Yes.
Okay.
If not,
Well,
we can always break the gate. I mean,
yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I know we can.
Well, you head over there. There's a lonely guard. It looks like he's totally disinterested, and this is an easy gig for him. Who's gonna mess with corpses? And he lets you guys through. You show him your adventurer's badge, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, sure, whatever."
Show him our badge. And I ask, hey, you know where the Jade Dragon feller's place is?
He thinks about it. Oh, you want those fancy guys? Yeah, they're over in the back corner over that way. Make 2 lefts, a right, head straight, make another left.
All right, that way. Got it. We'll head that way.
you know, no direction. I know direction. 2 lefts, then a right, then I'll go this way. Yeah, I got it. Well, follow me.
All right, I'll follow you then.
So after several missed turns, you eventually get your way over there.
No, I think he meant your other right. Or no, your other left. You know,
Stops.
we gotta make an L, and that would be your left hand, right? That's how my grandma always told me.
Well, how's come right hand? No make right. Don't make a K.
You're right. That's not a K. That is true.
K, right starts with K, correct?
Exactly. It sure does. K, correct.
No, K silent, like Kno.
Right. Hey, good thing you're pretty, Gorgo.
Yes, and I stroke one of my crusty horns.
So
right,
eventually you
let's
get to the
find
right
this
mausoleum. It's got double doors, and engraved split amongst the double doors is this large jade dragon with gold filigree on it, and it's shaped in an Ouroboros going around. Looks like an Asian lung dragon doing an Ouroboros thing.
Mm-hmm.
And in between it is inset a carving of a stylized bonsai tree.
Okay.
All right. To the left of the double doors, there's a short concrete pedestal, or actually a marble pedestal, with a stone bowl sitting on top of it, and it's partially filled with ashes. There's some burnt sticks in it. to the right of the doors, inset into the wall itself, is a little alcove at about waist height. It's got some leaves from the trees that have fallen into it. And it looks like it's got some sort of depressions in it.
Okay.
Well, is there a clear
I'd like-
way to open up the doors? Oh, go ahead, Tony.
No, I just would like to use a nature spell to make sure that everything is like cool, like say almost like a blessing. Almost, it's kind of like just make sure the place is there's nothing unnatural.
Okay, go for it.
All right, probably be a utility spell, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Hey, do you know what the and when you're like, I'm gonna see if anything's unnatural. Kilzak kind of looks at you and he looks at you up and down, is like, well, define irony then.
I talk Walking Dead things, not me.
All right.
I'm pure natural, and I reach down and grab my crotch.
All right.
All right.
Oh, that cost 2 strain to cast.
Yes, it sure did.
All right, so we got some success there and a threat. All right, so with your success, you get a quick read of the area. You don't pick up anything out of the ordinary. We'll spend that threat as a little bit of extra strain. It's a kind of a semi-overcast night, and you want to be extra sure, so you put a little effort into it.
Okay. He concentrates on his spell. He's mumbling to himself, and then you hear, ooh, soiled loincloth.
And that boy said that rat was good, and it hadn't festered yet. Damn it.
He was wrong.
He was wrong. That's right. It might have turned.
All right, we go in. I'll lead the way.
All right, so you go up, push against the doors. They do not budge.
Oh, they don't budge.
I push harder.
They push back.
Oh, really?
They do not budge.
I push harder. I mean, like, if it requires a roll, pushing harder.
You can go ahead and try.
Okay. What's my difficulty?
I'm going to say
12 red. No.
Okay, Aunt.
I'm going to say it's a story point. Oh, which I forgot to do the story points. Story points plus 5 purples.
Oh, it's one of those. Yay.
Let's see.
2 for us, 1 for you.
Let's see. How did I set this up again?
I think you just
There.
click.
Double click.
For you. Double click? Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Ah,
Oh! A 1
So
failure.
you get down. You get yourself like a 10-foot running start. You charge, just shoulder check the door, and slide down the door.
okay. I stand up. Look at him. I knock. No one answers.
Go ahead and knock.
No, I just knocked.
Oh, well, that's true. You just... All right. That's your knock. That's Gorgo's knock. I got it. Well, that woman did say we needed a key. So why don't we take out where's that jade piece? Give me that jade thing with the numbers on it.
I hand it to him.
All right.
Now, I'm looking at this. He'll look at this, and he'll look at the door. And you said that there's an alcove, so I'll clear out some of the branches in the alcove.
Okay.
And then kind of measure up the size of it, the alcove, the picture, and then maybe this brazier or whatever.
All right.
You said it was like a brazier on the side. Can I
So-
see that it might fit in somewhere? Or?
Not necessarily. What you do see is 4 indentations, circular indentations, with, again, the Ouroboros jade dragon going around the outside of the circles. And the circles along the edges have 16 little, like, I want to say peg holes, maybe a centimeter deep. And in the center of the circle is another peg hole with a peg that's a marble dragon fashioned into like a little peg, like a cylinder. And as you examine the discs, look kind of like that. Each of the circles is numbered with a rune designating number 1 through 16.
All right.
And so there's 4 of those discs.
4 of what discs? I'm sorry.
Of the 1 through 16 numbered circles.
Oh, there's 4. Oh, I see. There's 4 of those.
Correct. And in the middle is a peg in each one of the 4.
What do you think, Gorgo? Do we turn them? We only have 3 numbers here. I'm
kind of just looking down at him with one eyebrow raised. I'm like,
come on, that brain of yours has to be good for something other than knocking. Well, let's see here. We have 3 numbers. We have 4 dials. That don't match up. So something different.
Maybe it was upside down. The one we put 14 on one, put 13 on other, put 6 and 5.
Okay, which order? The discs are arranged from left to right.
Turn it upside down, huh?
I would, let's see, turn it upside down. It would be 14, then 6, then 5, then 13.
Nothing happens.
All right.
I stand back.
Your turn, smart one.
Why am I the smart one? Is that by default? Because you might be the dumb one? That by default makes me the smart one?
You just more know the ways of city. I don't like city. I take you out in the wilderness. I show you everything.
So what did you do? With the dial? Did you take the peg out, or what? Or did you turn the thing?
I don't know how it works.
It's a stationary disc. You would take the peg out of the middle and put it into one of the numbered circles.
Gotcha. Ah, I see. Well, that was a good try. And they're arranged. Are these discs arranged like in a line? The 4 are in a line, or are they arranged? They are in a line.
They're in a line. Each one has the gold and jade Ouroboros dragon circling the numbers.
The jade. Well, we could add up the numbers. I don't know if that might not work. We have a 4, a 5, and a 14, but we're still one number short. Right? Well, they 14. Well, they might be all prime numbers. No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't have any clue what that is. Right?
I'm at a loss.
Okay, so if you guys
Personally,
want, we can hand wave it.
Well, I was gonna say we'll flip a story point and take 20, essentially.
Okay, fair enough. Flip a story point.
We're just trial and error until we get it.
Fair
Because
enough.
I think that's the way these two guys will handle it.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
We would do like a 5, maybe a 5 in one, 9 in the next one, and then maybe a 4 and a 5 in the next. I don't know.
So eventually, through trial and error, you guys spend about an hour and a half at this. You get the 3 in the first one, 14 in the second one, 15 in the third, 9 in the last.
Oh, I see what he's doing there. Nice. I like that. I see it now. 3, 14, 15, 9.
And
Yep.
you still have no clue why that worked. But you're like,
All right, now
3,
knock.
1, 4, 1, 5, 9? Huh?
Oh. You should run it. Did you run this on Pi Day before?
So once you get the 9 locked into place,
Yep.
there's a shutter of the door, and it cracks open a couple inches.
Cool.
All right, push it open the rest of the way.
All right, you push it open. It opens no problem for you now. And before you is a set of stairs leading down.
Sweet.
Underground, you go first.
That's racist, but I'll go first.
What if tunnel too short for Gorgo?
Then you
Only way to know is if you scrape head.
well, there's that. I'll let you know whether to duck or not.
Plus, you can see in dark. I can't see down there.
So,
Well, light one of those damn torches you got.
so
Nah,
as you head
actually-
down,
Bring torches.
Actually, I'll just light a torch. Yeah, I do have torches.
okay, you light the torch.
Good.
As you guys head down, there's actually sconces on the walls lit up with a ghostly blue flame as you're down there.
Oh,
I don't trust that light. I'll keep mine.
Fair enough. Now, on the
I
sides of
will,
the walls, and
okay.
it definitely smells dry. The air's dry. You see dust, spider webs, but you see alcoves to the left, alcoves to the right, where there's stone sarcophagus and stuff. About 100 yards straight down, you see a raised dais that's got 2 or 3 steps and a big ornate sarcophagus lying at the top of it.
Was there anything in the Kilzak pulls out that note again?
Okay.
It gave us directions here. Did it tell us where inside? Or
The
did it give us
Patriarch's-
any?
It tells you the Patriarch sarcophagus.
All right, Patriarch sarcophagus. Well, that's the most fancy one. Let's go check it out.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go up to the. We'll go in. Yeah, I'll go approach it.
Okay. You climb the dais up to it, and you see it's got a relief carved into the top of some nobleman holding a sword kind of deal. There's family name and family members and history carved in runes on the side. And it's very ornate, filigreed, very, very fine looking.
All right, and then is this in its own room?
Yeah, it's separated by an archway from the
Separated.
rest of the alcoves.
So I'll look all around inside the room,
Okay.
see if there might be any shelves in here that may have these scrolls in it that we might be looking for before we open up the sarcophagus.
There are some shelves.
Okay.
There are scrolls there. But they all detail they're old and falling apart, and they basically detail family histories.
Not what we're looking for.
Not what you're looking for.
We don't get the impression that's what we're looking for.
Correct.
We're looking for scrolls that are probably sealed or that look a little more fancy.
Yes.
Okay, well, shall we open it up? I don't see where these scrolls are. These scrolls won't have anything. Probably not the ones we're looking for.
Okay. I'd like to look at it closely, see if maybe I can find any hidden compartments on the outside.
All right. Go ahead and give me a roll for that.
Skullduggery or perception?
Let's go with skullduggery.
Okay. Difficulty?
Let's go with 2.
Okay. Nope.
All right.
But
You do not find any built-in storage areas or anything like that. However, you do find a push button built into one of the designs on the outside, and when you press it, you hear a pressure release coming from the lid of the sarcophagus.
Was that you or me?
No, well, when you press that button down there, I'm pretty sure it might have unlocked the top.
Oh, I thought that was the rat coming back again. Okay.
No, you need to warn me if you feel the rat coming back again. Now that we're inside in closer spaces.
Right,
All
right.
right.
I know.
All right, come on.
I understand the law of the tent.
Yeah, my first wife didn't like that too much. So yeah, come on, let's get this lid off of here. Let's work together and do it.
Yep. We'll lift it.
Maybe just lift it off, or maybe turn it. I don't know, whichever's easier, I guess. We just have to see what's kind of inside of it.
All right, so
We lift on either side, maybe.
Yep.
all right, so not a problem. The two of you
Okay.
together easily lift the lid up and push it off to the side.
Mhm.
You look down inside, and you see a desiccated corpse that was wearing what was probably at one time very, very fine clothes. Next to him, you do see two very fancy-looking scrolls. His mouth is laying open in rigor mortis, and like some sort of primal scream. And the thing that really sticks out is he's got a ring on his hand, on his left hand. It's got like a red bauble on it. It catches your eye, in addition to the fact that his hands are actively grasping a wooden stake jammed into his chest.
Oh, well then. Well, I'm pretty sure we need to pull the stake out. No, I'm just
What?
kidding.
No. And I tamp it down some more, make sure it's in there good.
Well, all right. I grab the two scrolls,
Okay.
and then we'll put them in the bag, I guess, with the key, if they fit, or
They-
in
they
your
fit.
pack. Okay.
How ornate does the ring look? Does it look to be does it look to be magical in nature? Or
Well, you did have that little bit of alchemy. Looking at the gem on the ring, the quote-unquote stone isn't as solid as you would think it is from a cursory glance.
I point at it.
What? You're pointing at the... All right. Yeah, so the guy's got a ring on.
Oh, that fetch good coin. Fill belly.
The 200 that we get for turning these in will fetch a good coin, man.
Good coin plus good coin equal more good coin. Remember, I know maths.
Yes, you do.
What wrong? Dead man not need ring.
Well, that's true. He doesn't. Just the one ring?
Not even sure why you people put dead man in box in stone building. Waste of space.
Yeah, kind of, isn't it? Well,
We build funeral pyre and burn in my village. Not that I like those people much anyway. But anyhow, no. Oh, do we take ring?
Okay,
you want
so
to take the ring? Well, do you really want to? I mean, if it's gone, I mean, we didn't come here to loot the place, but I am hungry. And we might be able to turn this in for a nice big bottle of you know what. You know, that what we had after we celebrated, you know, at the ring. Pretty sure we'll get one or two bottles of that.
Oh, that was good stuff. Yes. I like. Let's take.
All right, go ahead. Take the ring.
all right.
I'll take it.
So you reach in and you kind of like peel back one of the fingers, and you can hear the snapping and cracking of the sinew.
Oh, I
And
just break the finger off.
that's exactly what you need to do because it's getting caught on one of the knuckles, and so you just snap the finger right off.
All right.
And kind of look at the ring, throw the finger back in the sarcophagus.
Well, you gonna put it on?
Oh no, we sell bubble.
And I
Sell
put it in my
bubble?
pouch.
All right, put it in your bottle. All right, sounds good. All right, let's put the lid back on.
All right, no problem. You get the lid back on.
All right.
And as you set it down and you lower it into its correct position, it sinks down and you hear a click. And the button that you had pressed in pushes
Pops
back
out.
out.
All right, good. Well, that's
As
easy.
we're walking away from it,
Maybe we should have checked if sarcophagus opens from inside.
I don't think so. They would have put a button on the inside. I think. I don't know.
This easiest job ever. Let's go.
We are so good at this. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's go.
If we get there next hour, we still have time for the party.
Oh,
I
that's
know.
right.
I
That
know.
Bard is going to be playing tonight, isn't she?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she
And I
was
know.
good.
I know good prostitute to take.
Not her again. You itched for a week after that.
This-
I don't like you scratching down there all the time. It's disturbing.
I slept fine just because you can't sleep with little noise.
That's true. I can't. All right. Yeah. So I guess
This
we.
time I wear sheepskin.
I'm just picturing like
That's
an entire sheep.
all right, that's funny. All right, yeah, no, I'll lead the way out. I'm like kind of in a hurry.
All right, so you begin heading back out, and as you get closer to the steps, you notice there's a light fog from the evening rolling down the steps as you head up.
Okay.
Soon
Watch
as you
out.
get to
That
the top-
fog doesn't look ominous at all, man. Watch your step.
You get up to the top, and you can see that, yeah, sure enough, there's fog rolling across the ground of the entire cemetery area. And that's when you notice you smell a bit of moisture in the air that you didn't expect. It smells like upturned dirt.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Well, I guess we'll close the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure they lock.
Right, you close the doors, they lock,
Put the dials back to 1.
and
Or put the pegs back in the middle, right?
Yeah, pegs back in the middle.
That's what it was.
you hear a cough from the distance. You turn around, and you see this woman standing there, surrounded by 3 beings in armor. Ah, someone finally found their way in. I've been working at that thing for over a month.
It's funny that you're not smarter than us.
Only took us about an hour and a half.
And
She must be dumbest woman ever.
you finally get a good view of her. Thank you, gentlemen. I've been trying to get in there. Now, if you would be so kind as to hand over the scrolls, I'll be extremely grateful and give you a painless death. Displease me, and you will forever serve Zenava the Living as my minions.
Well, let's see here. If we don't, we get paid.
I act like I'm weighing my options,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just throw my great axe at her.
All right. Go ahead and give me a check. However, one of the creatures interposes himself.
Of course.
Awesome.
So go ahead and give me a check.
That's ranged.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difficulty range-wise?
Let's say a 3.
Say a 3.
Long range?
Yeah, she's at
Or
long
medium
range.
Oh, then
and
if it's long range, it's a thrown weapon. I don't think I can.
You might not be able to get it that far. Well, you could probably put more effort into it.
I would choose my tactic. I
See what I
wouldn't
did
do
there?
that. I would just immediately try to cast a spell instead.
Okay.
All right. Instead, I will say,
You tell her no.
and I begin casting.
Okay.
So, and it's gonna be my my rage mantle.
Okay,
signature spell.
gotcha.
So it is that difficulty, unless the GM would like to do anything to it.
No, not for this.
Okay. All right. Boom. Nice. All right. So now I can cover serious ground. So I kind of grow about 2 inches taller. My legs kind of go a little, almost retrograde a little bit, the way my knees bend backwards. And I start to grow a little fur.
So disturbing when I see you do that, but come on, let's get her. And I'll start bum rushing her.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's go ahead and
Maybe-
get some initiative.
Okay.
Yeah.
No one offers me a quick death. I want to die slow and painful.
That's what I choose.
All right.
One simple success there for initiative. Nice.
Gorgo has 2.
Oops. I think we needed to be in the track. Do we pull ourselves in the track, or do you put us in?
I just put you
us
in.
there. Gotcha. 1 and 2 for us.
All right, now it automatically sorts these. Yes.
Yep.
All right,
So
so
it's
we're
like
going to
it's
say
gonna
you
be-
guys started charging forward already.
You got to put us in, though.
Yep.
You just
Put it
put
in
ours in. It's 2.0 and 1.0. You'll be all right.
All
Yep.
right. Let me stretch this out here. There we go. All right, so you guys already started charging, and we're going to say that. Wait a minute, he's not supposed to be there.
My tracker's blocked.
Where is this guy? at?
Script errors.
No.
You got script errors? I didn't get any yet.
Yeah. While you're taking to set that up, Jim, I just need to grab a beer if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay, back. Thank you.
Alrighty. So as you're charging forward, she lifts a hand in front of her and gently flicks forward, and her 3 creatures guarding her runs forward,
Cool.
and they draw these rusty swords, and the 3 of them are going to go first.
Okay.
And let's see. How do I always forget how to do this. How do I have them go first?
I think what you do is you hit the. There you go, and then you click on them down below, and like drag their thing up top. It's okay. There's only 4 slots. We know.
You just click on the arrow next to them. Once you've got them, there
There
should
we
be
go.
an arrow. There you go.
Okay. So they charge forward, they draw these rusty swords, their hoods fall back, and you can see that they're shambling reanimates, dead skeletons.
Oh my.
And so the 3 of them together, they're going to try and flank Kilzak
Cool.
and attack him with their swords.
Okay. You get a I have 1 melee defense.
All right, so that's a setback for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe melee is 2.
2. Yep.
And I'm going to spend one of my tokens here,
Points.
and I'm going to upgrade that.
Sounds good.
All right, does that look good to you guys?
Yep.
That looks good to me, man. Do it up. Oh. All right. So what you could do is you could drag the damage onto my guy in the combat tracker, onto Kilzak in the combat tracker, or I'll just apply the 1 wound you did to me. There you go. Perfect.
That works great until you have Pierce involved.
Yes. As we find out every Wednesday night, right, Tony?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got a player slot.
Yep, you got a couple advantage there, though.
Oh, yes,
That
couple
you can spend
advantage.
if you want.
All right. All right, so
You could
for the
get-
advantage,
Go ahead.
you're doing your charge.
Mhm.
They, one of them gets a slice on you, and then the other two shoulder check you and
Gotcha.
back you off. So you're back on 1 foot trying to recover, and so I'm going to throw him a setback to you.
All right, perfect. All righty.
Go ahead and counter Kilzak.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go then. Move that. So if you hit at the very bottom, go to the next advance the actor.
Gotcha.
There you go. And then I'll go ahead and I just click on the die next to me. There we go. All right. So melee. I'm a duelist, which gives me a setback die because there's 3 or more against me. I'm better in 1-on-1. And then here's a setback die that you just gave me.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna aim with I'm gonna take a maneuver to kind of steady myself and kind of maybe get a good slice and maybe take out those 2 that just checked me.
All right.
And that's all I'm doing for now.
I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that once.
Of course you are. All right. There we go.
I'm an idiot.
Oh, failed, but with 4 advantage. I would like to maybe okay, so this is what I do. So I think what happens is my axe, I kind of swing my axe out,
Mhm.
right? Against those 2 that just, because I was back on one leg and I just wildly swing my axe at those 2,
Okay.
which knocked them back and actually knocked them down because I have a knockdown ability that I'd like
Okay.
to. Can I do that if I miss, right? I can't do that if I miss, right?
No,
I'll
but you
allow
can.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
I mean-
spend all 4 to do that, to kind of knock both of them down so that maybe they get a setback or 2 when the group attacks me next time.
Okay.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
So they don't take any damage, but they do get knocked back.
Right. Oh, actually, I have 5 advantage because I forgot I have a, a superior. So you know what? And I'll pass that. I'll pass with them kind of spread out like that. That gives Gorgo a boost die because he kind of can line up maybe something on them, or even her. He maybe has whoever he wanted to shoot at. Gives him a clear path. Sound good?
Yep.
Right.
All right. So next is Zavana the Living. All right, she is going to go ahead and she's going to run forward to get within a medium range of Gorgo,
All right.
and she's going to cast Death Knell. That's average difficulty. All right, and how's that look for you?
I think she should not like the large, imposing target that he is.
Yeah.
He looks rather intimidating with his demon
Upgrade
horns as she gets closer, and his
that. Nice.
bulging veins on his head as he's charging forward.
Nice.
So
Objects in the
upgrade, please.
moonlight look bigger than they actually appear. Or look small. In this case, look smaller.
I mean, it puts 10 pounds on him at least.
Especially were hyenas. Even though I haven't changed yet.
So she's got this bone staff in her hand, and she's channeling energy out from the eye sockets of it, and it's spooling together in her other hand. She's getting ready to thrust it forward at you.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll that. And she shoots this dark, misty energy burst forward, and you dodge to the side, and it just smashes into the cobblestones behind you.
Nice.
All right.
Mm.
I grin,
Mm.
and I, with my, let's see. So I'm going to use my first maneuver to maintain my spell, the Rage Mantle.
Okay.
And then I will be activating my Orc Battle Rage for this attack. And I'm going to draw my axe or bring my axe down on her because of
Okay.
course it's always in hand. So I'll bring my axe down on her as I move towards her.
Okay.
Oh, I got to cover
You got to cover medium range though.
Yeah.
cover
get
2
short
medium range. Ooh, okay. You know what? Instead of I will take and cast a primal spell at her.
Okay.
I'm just going to cast a lightning at her.
Okay.
Cool.
So, standard difficulty for a magic attack, +1 for lightning, plus a green die for my augment. And since it's an attack, it doesn't have to be melee attacks for Orc Battle Rage. It does. All right, so I won't be using the Orc Battle Rage. So that is my roll right there.
All right. She's going to curse as her spell misses, and she's going to call out to, what was his name? Wakiri, the god of the necromancers.
Awesome.
And she's
You mean
going to call.
Waikar?
Yes.
Waikar?
Waikar. She's going to call out to Waikar. Waikar, do not forsake me. Aid me against these living.
Okay.
And so she's going to upgrade you one.
Copy.
Nice.
All right. Common.
Ooh.
All right, so with just a triumph, this lightning blast hits her staff and just sends it careening across the graveyard.
Okay.
Out of her hand. Nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
I could see her maybe putting it in front of her to kind of stop it, and it just flings it right out of her hand. That's cool.
Absolutely.
And I continue to advance into short range after casting my spell.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Just hit the little circle down at the bottom to reset the round.
There it
There
is.
you go.
There you go.
Coolios.
All right. Zavana's going to go ahead and go.
Ooh.
And she's going to cast a wall of bones around her.
Ah.
All right, what does the... check.
Very important.
Steven says that Chris should be shirtless because obviously Kilzak's not wearing armor either.
Well, there's that. Actually, he has Stefan. He does have scale mail on. He's not that kind of dwarf. Though Tony should be the one that should be shirtless because he's the one that's turned into hyenas.
All right.
Though it might have a whiteout on his screen though, so we might.
So she has
Gorgo
a
pretty
necklace.
much just wears a leather loincloth. That's about it.
So she has a necklace of finger bones, and she's going to rip that off and smash it to the ground in front of her to do as part of her wall of bones.
Cool.
It's 3 difficulty. A successful necromancer reduces the damage of all hits they suffer by 1 plus 1 for every 2 success beyond the first until the end of this round, until the end of his next turn. In addition, if an attack targeting the necromancer generates 3 threat or despair, the attacker suffers a hit inflicting damage equal to the total damage of the attack. So it's
Okay.
a little bit of Thorns from Diablo plus Wall of Bones.
Nice.
All right, so I got my dice ready. Does that guys look good to you guys?
It's good for me. Go. I'm the target. Oh no, she's just trying to defend herself.
Yes. Yeah,
So
she's got
either of
this
us
big
can
thing in her
affect it.
face, and so she's throwing down.
You
I'm
could throw
happy with it.
You could flip it over if you want, man.
All right.
Let's flip one over.
Okay. Upgrade, please.
All
As again, he's just grinning menacingly as he's walking towards her at a steady pace.
That's right. Intimidating her a little bit.
Ooh.
Intimidator a lot a bit.
She was successful
so-
on the Wall of Bones.
What do you have in the way of spending her threat?
What do I have? What?
How would you like to spend her threat that she generated? She's got 2
The
threat.
threat? I have an idea, Tony.
Go ahead, Chris.
For 2, it says that you could choose for it to not start until the start of the next round. Her spell takes a little longer to cast, so it'll be up at the end of it'll be up at the start of the next round if you want.
I like that. So her spell, while it's there, hitting the ground, I'm just faster.
Okay.
Get right there. Cool.
All right. So, yeah,
Do it.
I like that. I like that.
Cool.
So when it does kick in, all her damage is going to be reduced by 3.
Ooh.
Okay.
So she'll get like a soak 3 then, I think,
Yeah.
something like that. On top of what she already had. Go ahead, Tony.
All right.
Good,
Yes.
Gorgo.
Gorgo,
Get next to
take
her.
this. All right. Now I say I pretty much don't have anywhere to put my axe other than in my hands. But what would you say? Do I have it or do I have to draw it?
You got it.
Okay. So that's really up to you as the GM. But okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and engage my orc, let out an orc wailing battle cry of, and I come down with the axe.
Spittle flying out your mouth.
Yes. So let's see. That's going to be combat tab, Tony. There we go. Great axe, 2 melee. Okay, orc battle rage sets a setback die on it. And also maintaining my spell, so I get a green die from that, from augment.
Mhm.
Nice.
And I will be also really trying to cleaver in one shot here, so I am upgrading.
Right. And she's going to have a little bit of benefit as the spell is starting to kick in, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that.
Cool.
All right.
That sounds
Sounds
good.
good. All
As
right.
he's leaping over the bones forming around him, right? Around her.
Yeah, she smashes in the ground, and the fingers start replicating and working their way up over her body as like a chainmail armor kind of thing.
Got it.
Nice.
All right. Apologies, I had to cough there. All right, let's roll it.
Ooh.
No. You mollywop.
All right. Yeah, so that's actually 13 damage with the orc battle rage because it gives me +2 to the attack damage. So it's 13 wounds to her, which you'll have to just apply minus her soak.
Okay. So,
Does the axe have pierce? I can't remember.
It has 2, yes. So
That's what I thought.
here's the 2.
all right. So that is enough to completely take her out, one-shotting her.
Uh-oh.
All right. For my boost die, I'll just pass it to the next player. Basically, just seeing this. Actually, I'll pass a setback to the villains attacking because their master just got taken out in one shot.
Okay.
Nice.
So you cleave right into her, and she goes down easy. And as her eyes are starting to flutter into the back of her head, and what was the god's name again?
Wykar.
Wykar. Why? And her eyes snap to your eyes, and she mutters these syllables you never heard, and you feel a dread overcome with you as she casts her death curse on you with her despair.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice.
And that's going to manifest itself as an automatic upgrade for the rest of the session.
For the session?
Yes.
Shit! Whoa! I'm used to being cursed.
We're going to play this for, what, about an hour, right?
I'm used to being cursed. It's okay. Really, it doesn't itch. Don't worry.
Just itches in a spot I haven't scratched before.
She just hit me with weaponized syphilis, damn it. I'm going blind!
Yeah, but it might be the gift that keeps on giving. You can pass it along.
Hey, we gotta quick get to that prostitute. I need to give her a gift back.
All right, go ahead. Gorgo is done.
All right, so the shambling reanimates.
Yes.
They're gonna get back, spin a maneuver, getting back up, and then they're as a unit they're gonna charge Kilzak again.
Cool.
Oh, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I never did when Chris gave me a boost die on my next action, I never used it.
Okay.
It's all good.
And I never did with my. Oh yeah, I did do my advantage. Never mind. I
think
just
you
want to
did.
make sure I got my advantage used, but I did. I gave them a setback die. My bad.
Yep.
Continue.
All right.
They're gonna get me. So I think I gave them a setback last turn
Okay.
when I spent my advantage on that.
All right. Now I'm gonna
then-
give them an automatic upgrade to the difficulty of their test because their master is gone. And so
Perfect.
they're running on fumes of necromantic energy.
Nice. And then one more setback for my melee defense. And that looks good to me, man.
All right.
Ooh. All right.
Nice.
All right. So they manage to try and distract you with their attacks enough, and they're gonna go ahead and sink a little bit into you for a whole 1 wound of damage as they nick you
Yes.
with the rusted blade. So now you need tetanus.
And I think they're just they actually with that threat they're just lining me up. So could I take a boost die on my attack?
Absolutely.
All right. I mean their heads are like axe level.
Yes.
So I'll get that, and then I'm going to do that as
Okay.
well. All right. I'm aiming at them.
Okay. Looks
All
good
right.
to me.
Cool. Yeah, so that would be 16 wounds, no pierce.
Okay.
But I will activate. Does 16 wounds kill one of them?
As a matter of fact, it does.
It kills one or two? Just one, right?
Let's see. I only apply the soak once, correct?
Apply the soak once. Yep.
All right. Yes, that kills.
It kills one? Okay, so then I'm going to spend the 4 other advantages to activate crit twice. This is a minion group, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I told you heads were at axe level. 3 heads. Pop
Like
right off.
dominoes, they just explode under the mass of your axe as it goes through them. Bones shatter everywhere.
Oh. I got a little bit in my eye. What? How you doing?
Fine.
I'm scratching myself.
Already?
No, she cursed me. She said nasty words. I
Oh, I didn't think it would be that. I didn't think you were that quick. Like you were.
well, even if I'm doing that, I don't leave them looking like that.
And you see a big old fucking hole in her chest from the axe cleaving her.
Yeah. They wouldn't
And
want you
you
back
do
for
notice
repeating.
that where your axe struck, there's like, it's not red blood, but black ichor just coming out of her.
Oh yeah.
Kilzak kind of leans on his axe, kind of puts his foot on the blade. You know, the inner side of the blade, right? Like he's like, oh, that's disgusting. What else she's got on her? What else does she have on her there, man? Maybe she's got some coin.
She does have some
She's got a
coin.
little. Maybe
I'm
she's got
grossed
some.
out by her. You go right ahead. I'm just kind of over here scratching.
That's
Kinda-
right. She cursed you. Hey, go see if those. I don't think those. She probably raised them from the dead too. They smell like they have a lot of dirt on them. Yeah, I'll go ahead and go through her stuff.
All right, roll me
Is there anything-
percentile for silver coins.
With percentile for oh sure. That'd be a 92. It looks like.
Guess what you found? 92 silver in a pouch.
All right, I'll split it as evenly as I can. Giving Gorgo about 20. No, I'm just kidding. We'll split it. I'll split it with him. 46 each.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
So your night's looking better already.
Yeah. Hey, that's gonna buy you plenty.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Can we go?
How about? Well, do we want to do? Well, she had that staff over there. Where'd that get shot to?
I don't know. This really itches. It burns a little too.
Well, stay away. I like when Kilzak is handing him the coins. He's like doesn't want to touch him, and he just kind of drops them. Stay away.
And as soon as he turns away to go look for the staff, I'll go.
Oh.
And start walking after him, but I'm just.
Yeah, we'll go check out this staff. I mean, is it like wood or something? Is it something that he can like maybe break?
No, it was made of bones.
No,
Oh,
it's
made of
definitely
bones.
bone. It looks like the predator was here. It's just like that skull with the full neck all the way down, and even the
Ugh.
pelvis is there at the
Okay.
bottom.
This seems like something we should like smash. What do you think?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it up and just smash it on the nearest gravestone.
You smash it, and out of the skull, as the skull cracks open, it's just
Mhm.
like a nest of spiders just skitters everywhere.
Uh-oh, let's run. I don't like spiders.
Nothing wrong with spiders.
They make you itch too if they
They eat insects.
yeah.
Maybe. Maybe. Do I have insects?
Then I have you look. I lift my loincloth.
Do I have insects? Do I have infestation?
I hate it. How many times have I told you do not lift up your loincloth? I know I've said it in public, but don't ever
We
do
not
that.
in public. We alone in cemetery. Oh, that's not good. Never mind.
Oh.
Put it down.
All right. All right, come on, let's go. We got to get these scrolls to this place by sunup, I think. So let's go. Let's just go now.
Why is it? It's on shoulder. Why does it? It's on shoulder.
Okay, so Kilzak is kind of going to keep a good distance away from him. He's not sure if this curse is contagious or what, but you gonna be all right, buddy?
Fine. You go.
Maybe you should have. Maybe you should have put the sheepskin on before the fight.
Yes.
All right,
I've never caught a disease this way before.
first time for everything. They don't call it adventuring for nothing, right?
Certainly. Even earlobe itch.
As we're walking down the street.
So it takes you a while and a couple more misturns as you forget the way you walked in.
Right.
But you eventually
That's
make
right.
it to the street, and you make your way over to the northeast quarter of the city where the Jade Dragon bathhouse is.
Well, hey, at least we're going to a bathhouse. Maybe you can wash yourself.
Oh, I like idea. You're smart. I usually just jump in stream, but here, no. Water probably cleaner than stream. No fish poop.
They might have somebody that will wash for you.
They do that here.
They might.
Now
Okay.
you get there, and
Yep.
The building itself looks like an Asian pagoda type thing.
Okay.
2-story building, and it's got a 10-foot wall surrounding it with a wooden gate that easily opens, no problem. And the gate also has the Ouroboros dragon with green and gold filigree, and the stylized bonsai tree in the middle of it.
Okay, looks like we're at the right place.
Excellent.
And
I let him lead the way. I'm just kind of walking behind him, scratching and grumbling about it the whole time.
As we're kind of walking through, I'll go ahead and look at. As we crossed like the city or whatever, I would have pulled out the piece of parchment, seeing where we're supposed to go, see if there were any special instructions when we got here. If not, we'll just kind of go up to the front door and go, "Hey, we're here. We're delivering."
The special instructions were delivered to the proprietor.
To the proprietor. Okay. Yeah. So we'll go on up there. Walk up. I guess you said a pagoda, so probably some stairs going up to the
Yeah.
front door.
Set
Okay.
about 6 or 7 stairs. Walk up.
Okay.
Knock on the main door.
Yep.
The door, instead of opening, slides open, and you're met by a hobgoblin wearing red laminate armor. He looks at two of you
Kind of nod.
up and down.
We're here for the delivery. You're expecting us?
Delivery
deliver
of
something?
what?
We are delivering something to the proprietor of this place.
Who sent you?
We came from the guild.
And
I'll pull out. Okay.
He leads you inside, and it's lots of marble, lots of lacquered wood paneling and flooring. You see the bath areas, steam rising from them. And you go to, you enter a very large area, and you see at the back of the area a service desk, and there's a very, very big, fancy inlay of the Jade Dragon Ouroboros with the stylized bonsai tree. And standing behind the desk is a creature wearing a very, very fine suit. And it takes you a moment to place what he is. He's got blue skin. He's got horns that come up. This guy is a blue Oni.
Oh.
Okay.
Probably never seen one of them before in my life. But I'll say, are you the proprietor of this establishment?
He looks
we have
up.
a delivery for the proprietor.
He looks up from his logbooks. Ah, you must be my scheduled delivery. Excellent.
Yes. I'll go ahead and take out the bag.
Wait.
What?
He was writing something?
Yes.
I look at his writing, see if it matches the writing on the note.
It does not.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe what? We're here?
I don't believe this is the guy we're supposed to deliver to. It's not the same handwriting. Look.
All right.
I don't believe it.
Well, does your logbook say how much we were going to get paid? And I smile.
He looks at the logbook, flips a couple pages. He looks back up at you in your eyes. Yes, 150 silver each.
That's not right, is it?
No, we were told 200 at the guild house.
That's. I really hate being lied to.
I'm just growling as I'm scratching, and I'm like, not scratching my nuts. I'm scratching my thigh here as I'm talking. I'm like,
Really hate.
He puts his
being
quill
lied
down and he closes his logbook and just kind of slides it off to the side and just puts his hands on the desk. Very well, gentlemen. As agreed, 200. And
Each?
as he says that, yes, 200 each. As he says that, the lacquer armor-wearing hobgoblin gets thrown back through the door that you guys entered this room in, and he's bloodied and has arrows sticking into his body. And these human bandits rush into the room, and you had noticed that there were some hobgoblin guards along the walls, and everyone just starts engaging into a large melee.
I yell,
I got this. Pay, get our money.
and I'm gonna charge into the fray.
You're going to go into the fray?
I got this. Get our money.
And in steps in what you perceive to be the leader
Of the bandits.
of the bandits.
Ah, nice.
All right. First thing I want to do is I want to engage my heroic ability. Hard to kill. While this ability your character gains +4 to soak.
Okay.
Nice. Well done.
And I have the improved version of it. So while it is active, you also increase the difficulty of all combat checks targeting you by 1.
Okay.
Awesome.
And that costs 2 ability points to use, or 2 story points.
Okay. Excellent.
Which is
Excellent.
incidental.
I'm going to activate that right as the beginning of the turn.
All right.
All right.
I'm sure you want us to roll initiative.
And I'll hand the pouch to the guy. Get and have him ask. I'll ask for the money to get paid.
Before you can do that,
Yes.
before you hand over the pouch, the leader of the bandits looks over at the two of you and he sees the scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, You have no idea what you're carrying, do you? You fools. Nothing but a party of noobs.
I don't know what
noobs. Come here, boy.
The blue Oni looks up and looks past you, sees him, looks back at you and says, You need to deliver to the warehouse of death by 6 a.m. and disappears.
Fuck.
Oh, damn it! Warehouse of Death. Well,
Warehouse
shit,
of
I
Death.
don't know where that is, but this guy's going down. All right.
Momentarily
initiative-
after he disappears,
Yeah.
Kilzak, you see a translucent white circle with a black triangle appear in front of you.
Okay.
And you hear a tone chime in your ear.
Okay.
And it's just hovering right in front of you, like a foot away from you.
It's a collect call. Pick it up. It's only the collect call of Cthulhu. Go ahead, pick it
That's
up.
all. I'll try and look at it. I'll try and grab it.
All right. As you touch it, it expands out into a rectangle, and you see these individuals in dark blue clothing that is heavily padded, heavily armored, using a battering ram on a door that you recognize. And it's playing video in front of you. And
Okay.
a message goes across. Warning. Sentry alarm activated. Log out now.
What? I don't know what that means. This is confusing to me. I'll
Very nice.
log out. I don't know.
A menu appears
what does
in front.
log out mean, Gorgo?
A menu appears before each of you with a log out, confirm, or cancel button.
I can't read. I just ignore it. I'll take a setback die for having it in my way as I'm charging.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm like, I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna hit cancel. I'm gonna hit cancel because I log out, confirm. What was it? Okay, he's gonna hit cancel. Kilzak's gonna hit cancel.
Okay, you hit cancel. The window disappears.
Hit the thing on the bottom if you see it too.
I'm charging these guys. I don't care.
Okay,
I'll take the setback die.
all right.
Awesome.
I'm going right for that leader.
All right, you going for the leader? Let me load
Alright.
him in.
All right. So we need initiative again, probably.
Yes.
All right.
How far do I have to cover?
2 and 2.
It's medium distance.
Okay. 3. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go for it, dude. Go first.
All
You're
right.
there.
Yep. So, I'm doing my. Oh shit. I'm trying to decide here whether I should shapeshift now or not. It's a once per session. I'm already using my. I'm using my heroic ability first. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Because of the heroic ability I activated is my it's my curse.
Mhm.
So when I activate my curse, my hard to kill curse, it's what did I call it in the character creation? The infernal curse. So now all of a sudden the infernal body parts I had all begin to like multiply. Like I had these big infernal clawed hands. I have the horns on my head become full horns.
Okay, so
The-
it accentuates your demonic look.
Right, my demonic
Infernal.
and my eyes glow red, and the whole time that this is active, that's going on. It just the
Nice.
demonic part of me looks a little bit more pronounced when I'm doing this, and I'm just gonna charge the guy
Cool.
with my axe. So let's do that. I'll take the 2 strain for covering the distance. Oh, did I recover the strain on the walk over here from my previous?
Yeah.
So I'll just take the 2 strain for double maneuver. We'll do great axe. Setback die for orc rage. 2 purple difficulty. 1 automatically upgraded for my itchy crotch. 1 setback die for the pop-up window in my face.
And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that again.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of guys streaming through the door.
Not a problem. All right. Yep.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Wow.
All right, so that's with plus 2 damage. So it's actually 12, pierce 2.
Right, 12 pierce 2. Let's see. Pierce 2, so that's a 3. So.
With my.
All right,
With
most
my-
of that gets through.
Okay, and kind of when I came through with my swing, at the same time when I swing, like my pinky grabs that window and pulls it out of the way, so it's off to the side now.
Okay.
It no longer affects me. That's my advantage. My triumph, I wanna crit him.
Okay, fair enough.
Cool.
So I got plus 10 down on the critical. I grab the personal crit icon and I drop it on him. Bam.
Overpowered. I'd have to look up in the book.
What was it?
Overpowered.
And it was 77? Okay.
Yep.
Let me look.
I usually
Nice.
have my.
Overpowered. The target leaves himself open, and the attacker may immediately attempt another attack against them as an incidental.
With the
Used
same
in
pool.
The exact same pool.
Very nice.
All
right.
right.
So it's gonna be great axe.
2
let's see.
setback.
2 setback.
2 challenge dice.
2 challenge dice.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
And do it again. 3 advantage.
How would you like to spend that advantage?
Disarm him.
Okay,
It looked
so
like he had a nasty dagger or sword.
yes. All right, so
I'll
it goes
just knock
skittering
that
across
aside
the
in the
floor.
process.
Nice.
So the first one was the axe come through, and then the follow-up where I just kind of punch forward with its head,
Okay.
and it hits him and knocks him back on his ass, and his hand's empty.
Nice.
Okay.
Mm.
All right, so Kilzak, you
Yes.
have another message come through in bold text in front of you.
Yeah.
Secondary perimeter down, and you see an emergency window pop up, and you see New Angeles Police Department armored troopers coming through.
Do I leave my buddy? No, I can't leave my buddy. And the window, so the other window confirm,
Yes.
cancel. I want Kilzak to go an Android. That'd be so freaking cool, but he's gonna hit cancel.
Okay.
We're going to fucking jail, dude.
Yeah, we are. We are.
I don't mind.
And so between me and Gorgo, what is there? Because I could go help him with this big bad, but are there? You said that there are a bunch of guys coming in the room.
Yes, there are a bunch of guys. Looks like 2 groups of minions, 4 each, with more dealing with hobgoblin samurai at the front.
Okay. I think I'll go help Gorgo on this guy.
Okay.
Then.
I was trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. You have them, all of their vehicles selected. I was trying to figure out, like, oh, they have vehicles selected and for combat. That's cool. All right, sorry.
All right. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy. Did you want to do anything else to the pool? Actually, I'm gonna move up to him and I'm gonna aim.
Okay.
So I'll take a couple strain for
Yeah,
that.
I'm going to go ahead and do an upgrade on that.
You want to upgrade that?
The reason he upgrades that is as his knife got thrown off to the side, he extends his arm out, and another knife pops out into his hand.
Awesome. Okay.
You're duelist, right?
Has he gone? Yep, I already added that. Has he gone yet?
He has
Meaning,
not.
could I? So I could get my quick strike ability.
Yes.
And how's that look?
That looks good.
All right.
Rainbow dice pool almost.
Yeah, I know. Almost. I don't have the crotchety crotch. There we go. 16 damage on this guy.
16
Alright.
pierce 2.
I don't have Pierce 2.
Oh,
With
you
the
got a great axe.
No, the signature weapons. Do you get to add that for
The
signature?
great axe is always pierce 2, right from the get-go.
So I always get to. So I get to add that, even though it wasn't in the signature weapon table.
No,
I thought I
don't know about that.
I thought I just got the superior. Though
Okay.
I guess you're right. I guess they would.
It
makes
just says
sense.
melee weapon two-handed.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Mhm.
sure you'll get the base stats of it.
Okay, so then Pierce 2. That's not vicious, is it? No, they're just Pierce 2, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So 16 damage, Pierce 2.
All right. So you slice into him clean. He tries to bring his dagger up, and you just smash right through. The blade shatters,
Nice.
and you sink your axe into his chest. He coughs blood into your face.
Ugh.
You fools! I'll get you yet. And slumps to the floor.
Get you yet? I don't understand. Why would he want to? You can't. You're dead. And then with my advantage, I'll just yell at the guy like, "You're dead. You can't." I'll like get back to strain.
Start telling your mama jokes.
All right,
Right,
that's
so
it.
he is
That's all I
toast.
do. Bingo. Bingo.
All right, so a group of thugs runs up to Kilzak,
All right.
and
See, I need to my next I almost took, instead of Tavern Brawler, I almost took instead Challenge, so that I could, right before so that I'm hard to kill. Come and get me.
That's right.
I'm going
And
to
if
give them
they
a
have-
setback for their boss just went down.
Yep. Okay. And then a melee defense as well.
Yes. All right, so a group of 4 of them. 2 of them rush you, and 2 try and flank from each side. How's that pool look for you?
That looks good to me.
All right.
Oof.
Oh, 7 damage. All right, couple successes and a threat.
All right, what would you like to do with that threat?
I'm thinking. Let's see. I think one of them kind of. I kind of elbow one in the face and kind of staggers him. Not staggers him, but kind of knocks him off balance a little bit. So they'll get a setback when they try on their next attack.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, and the other group is going to go after Gorgo.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Right.
Yeah. Oh, they could hit.
And they have the same setback from their boss going down.
still need some difficulty dice.
Yes, I do.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
A couple of those in there.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. They go ahead and make their move against you.
Ooh.
Does that get through?
It does not.
That does not.
I have a current soak of 8, I think. No,
Yeah.
sorry, 9. Soak of 9 right now.
Nice. So they can't crit you at least, but
Oh, and we
Right.
forgot to upgrade their attack. It's automatic upgrade from my ability.
Ah, yes.
So
Yep.
pick which die you're gonna negate and just roll a red is what I would do normally.
All right. I'll
I
get rid of the
The
I
threat.
usually do the last one.
Yeah.
the last one. Okay.
So it's not even a successful hit.
Nope.
Nope.
Sweet.
All right. So with the triumph, they're not able to get a clean hit on you, but
Mhm.
they dogpile you.
Okay. Oh
Awesome.
yes.
So you got 4 guys just laying on top of you and just trying to punch and kick at you.
Awesome.
Nice.
Are you a hyena yet?
Oh, I'm about to be.
All right.
As an out of turn incidental, I'm going to make a discipline check to immediately shapeshift into a giant killer were hyena.
Okay.
So is that the improved version of shapeshifter then?
I do have improved shapeshifter. Yep. Out of
Which
turn
means-
incidental.
Which means you can do it anytime. Sweet.
Correct. And I'm going to be spending to upgrade.
Okay.
Upgrade mine, and then I have a red for my
Automatically
automatic upgrade. Yep.
to the end of the session. Wow.
Correct.
Awesome.
Anything else, Jim?
No, that's it. That looks good.
Because you got the itches. Oh.
Ooh.
Very nice.
What does that mean?
I'd say because of the shapeshifting. Now, this is up to you, but all this strain because of the shapeshifting, and the triumph. I'd like to throw them off.
Oh
When
yeah,
I
you
shape.
totally Hulk and throw them off of you as you stand up.
Nice.
But when I do, I throw my axe also
Okay.
For the threat? Oh,
for
sweet.
the 3 threat. Yeah, I'm just
Nice.
like, and you hear.
Your axe goes end over end and ka-chunk as it sinks into one of the wooden walls.
Yeah, and you hear him howl and then ends with a laugh.
Awesome.
And you hear a collective from as all the eyes in the room turn to you. Ah, shit. Someone else goes, hacks!
All right, that was it for me. Out of turn incidental, but I'd like to go
All right.
first.
Go for it.
All right,
Do it up.
since my ability is up 2 till the end of my turn, and they're pretty much done attacking this round. So let's see. Yeah, we're gonna use those werewolf brawl attacks or hyena brawl attacks.
Nice.
So actually, I put a claw attack in my combat.
Combat tracker?
Yeah, I did. Okay, 2 melee, once upgraded. And since they're right there, I would just like to aim to rip out one of their throats.
Okay.
So, with a claw attack, and that's it.
I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that.
Copy
All
that.
right.
All right. All right, so that's going to be... That's a crit also, so that'll kill an extra minion.
Alrighty.
And it's 3 to crit, so I'll pass the boost die next player to go. Because
Oh,
Kilzak's
yeah.
like, oh yeah, here he goes.
He's like,
Oh, you guys are in for it now.
that's right. He's here. He's here.
Alright, so you killed 2 of them. You just,
Nice.
they're on the ground, you reach down, you grab them up by the throats with your claws digging into their trachea, and just shake their trachea free of them.
Mm-hmm.
And blood just everywhere, and you're just covered in blood.
Laughing maniacally like a hyena at the same time.
Because it's what you do.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm done. Next.
Chris, you have all
Yeah.
kinds of bells, pop-ups, and whistles going off in front of you. Warning, warning, warning.
All right, is that an automatic upgrade then?
Oh, yeah.
So what the fudge nuggets is all these things up here? I don't know what's going on. I don't understand. I can't see very good. So I'm like trying to. So I'm swinging with my axe, and I'm like trying to. My hand goes off
like
to try and
just
hit one of
the area in front of you is not obscured by pop-ups and stuff.
Well, alrighty then. Okay, so that's that.
Because
and,
apparently the lab guys determined that they could occupy up to 80% of your view area with advertising and not cause seizures.
From Ready Player One. I get it.
Oh yeah.
I get it. All right.
Very
So I
nice.
got my. Okay, so does that look good to you, Jim? I got my setback die in there because of my duelist ability.
That looks good. I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So that's 13. So 13 damage, pierce 2. Actually no. Let's flip a story point here, and why don't you add another 4 damage because I've got Lucky Strike. So drawn. So that's 17 damage, pierce 2.
17 damage, pierce 2.
How many do I get?
You get 3 of the group attacking you.
All right, let's
One man
spend 2
standing.
more. Well, let's spend 2 advantage to kill that last one, because again, axe level. As I tried, actually, what I'm really trying to do is trying to get rid of the pop-ups. send that axe right through the damn pop-ups, and it actually takes off all of their heads.
Okay. Boom. You have destroyed them.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna give my buddy back a boost because I'm like, yeah, get him, boy, get him, boy.
All right, the last group, there's 2 left. They look at each other. They look at Gorgo. They charge you. And they just go running forward, terrassing.
All right.
And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade them.
All right.
Right. I'm also going to give them a setback because they just saw their buddies have their throats ripped out. And you're... Not only that, I'm going to give it another setback because you're a little bit slick, all covered with blood.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got like a transporter thing going on.
Nice.
All right, how's that pool look?
It needs some red.
A little bit of red.
Not colorful enough, apparently. Tony.
They're attacking a were creature. Come on now.
Yeah, they are. That's right.
Oh!
Not successfully.
All right, so they run forward, and you're just like, punch, punch, and they stagger back. What do you want to do with the threat?
Actually, I'd like to have them both by the shirt collar.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
All
Just
right.
that. It made a boost die. I have grabbed them both.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I'm going to. It's the same pool. I'm going to do a bite attack.
Okay.
And bite one of their heads off.
Okay. Let's Aussie this up.
There. So. I'll aim. Oh wait a minute. No. You know what? It's the other type of aim. And I'll even take 2 strain to reduce. Do aim twice.
Okay, fair enough. And I'll go ahead and upgrade
that's
that.
a 4. And aiming twice.
So they got their knives. They're trying to jam it into your arms.
Okay, and you said you were upgrading. I'm upgrading, so I'll hit plus sign each once, and we're good to go.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So that's 10 directly to his head.
Okay. So you lean over, you open wide, your mouth distends abnormally large, and just he has this look of fear and urine running down his legs as you just slowly get your teeth right into his skull and he can feel the teeth just start, and he just crunch down on it, crushing his skull. And it's like kind of like a gusher. It squirts into your mouth a little bit.
Oh, nice.
A Gogurt.
And his buddy next to him just totally loses his shit and just goes unconscious.
Nice.
Okay. He's trying to close all the pop-up windows.
Maybe
So-
I should say okay. I don't know.
At this point,
Go away if I hit
there's several dead hobgoblin samurai. There's a bunch of dead bandits, and it doesn't look like there's anyone else pouring into the room.
I'm looking at Kilzak, and I stop. I drop the dead guy. I'm still holding the other guy that's alive, and I'm just like, and I stop and it's dead, yes.
I laugh. I laugh. Hey, it's a bathhouse. Maybe we go take a bath. You get it off you. We gotta go to the death warehouse or something. I think, but I don't know what all these things are. But hit the one on the bottom if they come up for you again.
Now, you do hear Kilzak. You hear a voice.
Yeah.
Pre-programmed override executing. And the world fades in black around you.
Mhm.
You open your eyes. You see a translucent screen in front of you with the logo of Realms of Terrinoth online displayed in front of you. And you immediately take a breath in, and you can smell the relaxing and comforting sense of leftover cigarette butts and 3-day-old pizza.
And you hear from the booth next door, "Damn it, we were winning that raid!"
You turn your head to the
Totally
side,
had it.
and you clearly see your friend next to you, and he still has his dive gear on. And if you go ahead and look in the character select,
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna select Tony. No.
Oh, that's great.
This is great. So I'm picking Zezri then. Yeah. Baby.
oh, a bunch of stuff went off here.
Yeah, because you have two characters now.
Oh, do I have to?
You have to release Kilzak.
Ah. I see.
Right.
Is that him that has to do it? He releases, right? Yeah.
Yeah, right-click Kilzak and release character.
Yeah, you got to do that. I can't do that.
I release him. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Not a problem.
You say I'm still dove into my. I'm still
Yes.
in full wear creature mode.
Yes.
So what on my end is happening?
You have a minimized icon that looks like several Z's down in the corner of your view.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking around, and you see the bathhouse, and you just see a couple hobgoblins checking the ones that are slumped down to see if any of them are still alive. And it
Where'd
looks
Kilzak
pretty
go?
much like the fight's over.
Where'd Kilzak go? I look. Did he like disappear?
Yes, he did. He did the Avengers Thanos thing where they just kind of.
And did the scrolls go with him?
You have one of them.
Okay. But the other one was with him.
Yes.
Well, I got to complete the mission. So I'm just going to leap out into the street in full were hyena form and start running towards that warehouse. I'm going to try and do like the leap up onto an awning and try and go up onto but first, before I do, I'm going to cast a primal spell on myself to increase my speed and give me swiftness through difficult terrain.
Okay.
So basically, I'm going to do like were hyena brachiation almost, only I'm using the rooftops and shit.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So Let's do its primal. Normal difficulty is 2 purple. A single purple for swiftness, I do believe, added to it. So augment. Adding swift. Yep, not affected by difficult terrain. So it's 4 difficulty normally and single upgrade. And I will flip my last destiny point to add a green die.
Okay. Go for it. Ooh.
Wow.
Okay, so you're tearing ass across these rooftops, and people are like looking up at you in your hyena were form going across these rooftops. Ceiling tiles are flying everywhere, and it just looks like a big ass gozer dog tear-assing through the city.
Mm-hmm.
And you go for a good 15 minutes, and this is where your threat comes in.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where the Warehouse of Death is.
Oops.
Damn it.
What's
Oh!
Now, Zezri,
Yep.
what you see is you're in a room. It's a suite inside one of the towers next to the beanstalk that is under renovation. So you're seeing bare walls, studs, concrete. There's plastic sheets hanging down. You can see a plastic sheets covering an opening to what looks like a balcony. You guys have been squatting there for a few days. You've got one of those wood spools that holds wire and conduit and stuff lying down on the side. You got pizza boxes. You have the decks for your dive gear set up, and you also have 2 little node plugins with a memory stick plugged into them.
Okay. All right.
And the LED readout on yours says Scroll A on the memory stick.
Oh, nice. All right.
And you hear pounding at the outermost security door of the suite you're crashing in.
Okay.
And you do look over, and by the balcony, you can see that each of you have set up. Where is it? There we go. That's not it. Your hover bikes.
Sweet. Nice. Dude, those are cool.
Meanwhile, Tony 357 is still in his dive outfit.
I'm gonna send him a message. I want to send him an in-game message if I can.
Okay.
Say, "Come on, you big, you big dumb furry idiot!"
And you hear muffled
Follow
from
me.
the door. Leandros, please, open up, or we're coming to pull you out.
Ugh, darn it! Yeah, I'll try and get him out of it if I can. What would be the safe way to do that, though?
Fucking shut the whole system down, dude. Oh, sorry, I can't tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try and like shut it down if I can. I don't know what that does to him.
All right, go ahead and give me a 2 difficulty computer sysops check.
Okay.
Nice.
And I have. Let me see. What do I have? Oh, I don't have anything in my inventory. But you said we do have our gear, right? Will that give me a boost or no?
Yeah, you got everything you need to pull him out. So you jack into his system through the auxiliary port.
Yep. And try and jack him out of there. Did you want to make a? Did you want to flip one of those story points?
Absolutely.
That's
He's in the
what I
middle of
thought.
running around town.
Yep.
You know how hard it is to pull me out of a game when I'm full were hyena?
I know. That's at least a free upgrade, right? All right, here we go.
Wait, I'm going to give you a setback die because
okay,
you're
no
under
problem.
stress because you got the NAPD bearing down on you.
Of course. Here we go. Oh, wait a second, though. Defensive psyops, though. Oh, that's defending a computer system. Bummer. Unremarkable. That doesn't do anything. Oh, that's cool.
Don't roll a failure. Don't roll a failure. Don't roll.
I know.
Go ahead and roll a failure.
I know. Here we go.
Oh,
him a blank. Woohoo! All right, so I think I'd like to pull him out quickly, and with the advantage, I think I might, or maybe with a couple of them, with a, I do it gracefully enough so that he's not completely, what do you call it? Like, what's the word I'm looking for?
In shock.
Like in shock or something. Yeah, like disoriented. That was the word.
So you type in shutdown /T:15.
Yep. -A or whatever. Yep.
And
all right. So I'll release Gorgo.
You get a countdown, a clock counting down, a little clock, and it goes 14, 13, 12.
I just frustratingly, as still Gorgo, but starting to come to my senses as Tony 357, I just throw down my hands and look up at the moon and howl.
Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Come on, they're here. We need to hop on our bikes. Let's grab our gear, and I'm going to hop on my bike.
All right, so Zezri, you are a natural human tech, and I pulled what I could from the pre-gens, from the Android.
Dude, these are awesome.
And
Dude, nice.
Tony 357, you're a member
I'm a
of the
clone.
Tony series of clones who are security and bodyguard.
Fucking sweet.
Come on, you bodyguard, motherfucker. Get on your bike. That's awesome.
So you pull off your dive gear and come out of it.
Sorry, boss, you know how addictive that is? And I slam shut my deck and I throw it into my backpack.
Yep.
And you
Hop on our
see
bikes. This is...
from the back wall where the security door is, blue flames with a hint of purple pierce through the metal and then split in two as plasma flares are starting to cut a rectangular entry point into the room.
All right.
You look over, you see your deck, VR deck, and you see the memory stick module with the LED screen reading Scroll B.
Now I'll scoop it up and take off.
Yep. Yeah, we do. Grab that and...
All right, so you hop on your bikes, fire them up.
Yep.
They lift a couple inches off the ground, and you just gun it off the balcony.
Hells yes.
All right.
Sure.
So
how far up are we?
Full speed.
the plasma flames reach the bottom, and a big, heavy boot kicks the doors open. They fall down, slam behind you, and these heavily armored NAPD troopers, shock troopers, start opening fire as you gun the bikes forward, blowing past the plastic over the edge of the balcony into the heavily cloudy and raining night, where the moon just barely is shining through the clouds, providing illumination. And go ahead and give me a 3 difficulty piloting check, each of you, as your hover bikes are trying to compensate, going from a couple inches off the ground to 53 floors off the ground.
Nice.
Oh, 53 floors. What the hell?
All right.
Okay.
Would you like to change our pools in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I'm going to upgrade each of you. So 1, 2.
Of course you are.
Excellent. All right, let's do this.
We both succeeded. I had a yellow and a green, a red and 2 purple, and I succeeded with threat. Nice.
I'd say that'd be system strain on the bikes.
Absolutely. If you check out your
At least.
vehicle tab, you do have the stats for your hover bikes loaded in.
There we go. I got 1 strain on mine.
No.
All right.
Cool.
Your bikes sputter as they try and recalibrate for the ground distance. And Tony, you're able to pull up a good 40 feet from the ground. And Zezri, you're fiddling with knobs like Anakin in his pod racer. And you pull off a last-second save before you're able to pull out of the dive.
Sweet.
You
that's
look over
fine.
behind you, and you have a Fifth Element style police patrol cruiser bearing in on you.
Okay, let's try and lose them.
Let's do it. I want to go up to
So right now you guys are at speed 1.
All right, I'm gonna head. I'm gonna head for the most crowded area I can see.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Despite
I'll
the heavy
follow.
rains, there's plenty
He's
of
a better.
people with
He's a better pilot than me. I'll follow
umbrellas
him.
out.
Oh, we have a
Alright.
handling of -1. Ooh, probably should have put a setback die in each of those.
Yeah, I didn't notice that till now.
But now we know. Woo.
Yeah. Woo. Nice. They're sobs. Mine's a sob. Okay. Yeah. So, what do you want? A piloting check,
Yes, please.
or do you want stealth to try and hide?
That is a good question.
I want to kind of blend into the crowd. If so, try and use my human ability, kind of being unremarkable.
All right.
Try and disappear into a crowd.
In that case, I'm going to have
no,
you
that's
make.
for them to. That's for them to. That's a automatic failure for them to identify me in a crowd.
I'm going to have you make a. God damn it, where's the vehicle stuff?
You know, since we're piloting,
Yeah. I need to look up. I need to find what. Can
What
I
if
do
I-
by pilot again?
I'm going to have
a
you
jump.
do a dangerous driving check
aha. Okay.
All right.
to try and blend in and not hit anything as you're doing so.
Okay.
So it's piloting. Difficulty?
Well, this thing, I'm going to say it's at long range for you, so I'm going to say 2 difficulty.
At long range, 2 difficulty. I'm okay with my pool. Yeah, I'm good with mine.
Put a setback in there though, so our handling.
And
All right, that looks
Good.
good.
got it.
I'm gonna upgrade mine.
Okay.
Nailed it.
All right, I'm gonna upgrade mine because I'm following him, and he's kind of helping me out. It kind of helps me out a little bit, and I remember watching this YouTube video on how to blend into a crowd.
Okay.
Or I have a plane at the same time in my. If I have like some HUD up or something.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Ooh.
Oh, I failed. Look at all that failure.
Ooh. Okay.
Look at that threat and advantage. 1 failure.
All right. So you're flying with your hover bike, following. You clip a lamppost and lose one of your stabilizers.
Oh no! We
It's that
sped up, right?
That's that damn handling that did it.
That's right. Did we speed up? We sped up, didn't we?
Yeah, I was
Like
going to, for my maneuver, going to speed 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too. Okay.
All right. So
Darn it.
you go into a flat spin. You're able to
Oh,
recover the flat spin, but if you stay on your bike, you're going to have a automatic upgrade to every piloting check for your stabilizer being busted. However, there is room if you want to hop onto Tony 357's bike.
Yeah. Have to do that. Whoa! Get over here, bud.
All right. So
Yeah,
give
I'll
me a
give him an
coordination
assist.
check.
I'll give him
Okay.
an assist by trying to like angle the bike so that he can land on it easily.
So boost.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. What kind of difficulty? At least I'm thinking at least average, maybe hard.
I'm gonna say hard at the speed you guys are going,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna
Okay.
upgrade that.
Awesome. All right, that looks
Could be-
good to me.
Be calling you Skid Mark instead of Zesri here in a
Which I
minute.
did have one. I'm gonna upgrade because I've never done this maneuver before, online or in real life. So here we go.
Oh!
Oh,
I completely miss. Oops.
okay. So you lunge out and
Yep.
slow motion in the rain. You see the raindrops falling between your fingers, and reaching out, and your fingers go between each other and miss.
Mm-hmm.
You go into a duck and roll
Yep.
and brace for impact, and you hit the ground. You tumble before you land into an email kiosk. It's a blue, like a mailbox kind of thing, but it's an email kiosk.
Okay. Yeah.
And go ahead and those two. Yeah, you're gonna take 2 wounds off that.
Just
Wounds?
wow. Whoa.
Oh. As my wind gets completely knocked out of me. Okay.
All right, so Tony, you got one hand on the thing. You're reaching out with your other hand. Slips right through.
Fuck. I'm gonna have to swing back by and get him.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a quick turnaround, fishtail the bike, whip around, come back by to grab him on the way through.
All right. You do that. You see other cars just swerving around you, trying to get around. You grab him. You pull Zezri up onto your bike.
Okay.
And you see the police cruiser bearing down on you. It's now getting to short range. And you see one of the officers lean out the car window, and he's holding up a laser rifle.
Shit.
And you can, from your experience as a bodyguard, you know he's got you dead to rights.
Fuck.
When
Can I use sidestep in this case? Because it kind of upgrades ranged attacks. Can I like maybe push him down or something?
Sure.
Okay. Till the end of my next turn, upgrade the difficulty of all ranged combat checks. And I'll have to suffer a strain for that.
All right. You push him down.
Look out!
When an over-the-cab hover semi slams into the police cruiser and slamming it into the side of a building.
Nice.
And you see a fist punch through the shattered windscreen, rip it away, and you see the scarred, partially metallic bioroid face of the bandit captain you fought earlier.
What?
And he's barreling down on you in this semi.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, get the hell out of here, Tony!
All right, I want to just whip this thing around and start head to the. Now, I gotta guess that we were doing a job inside the web. I probably have an idea of what the job actually was. Would I happen to know any warehouse nearby, warehouse of death? Perhaps bring it up on my HUD. I'll bring it up on my HUD and say warehouse of directory, warehouse of death.
All right. Give me a 3 difficulty society roll.
Okay. All right. 3 difficulty society roll.
And I presume you're punching it and doing this as you're...
As I'm trying to turn the
evade
bike
this
and
guy.
get the hell out of there. But I'm just maneuvering the bike. I'm
And
not trying to...
I'm going to give you a boost die on this because you're in the security industry.
Okay, sweet. All right. Anything else?
I think that's good.
I am too.
All right.
Failed.
So you're fidgeting at the controls. You're having a hard time because the rain is interfering with the capacitance touchscreen on your bike.
God damn it. Fuck. Shit. Too many fucking pop. God.
And I'm going to apply that strain as system strain to your bike.
Yeah, no problem.
Mhm.
All right. Vehicle. System strain 2.
Now,
This thing's
Zezri-
sputtering, dude.
Zezri, you do
Yeah.
have a arm-mounted keyboard with a pop-up holographic display.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and navigus us there. If I can.
Yes.
Yep. Shall I do that? Did you want a hacking roll or something? Or
You could either
Or
give me
can I just bring
a
it up?
society or the net. Also at
I'll
3
do the net.
difficulty.
I'll do the net. That look good?
Yep, that looks good.
All right.
Ooh,
Simple
okay.
success. Woo. So we know where it's at.
You know where it's at.
I know where it's at. I go ahead and you said you had a HUD, right?
Yeah, I would assume that I would have a HUD.
Maybe
on
I
the
can.
bike.
I'll throw it to you.
All right.
I'll
So-
put like the directions or whatever on his HUD so he can see it.
So you're
Or maybe
racking
if
your
I-
brain trying to figure out what the fuck is the warehouse of death. You've never heard of the warehouse of death in this city. But then you piece two and two together and you recognize the stylized bonsai tree is the Jinteki corporate logo.
Yes, it is.
And so you happen to know from your hacking that Jinteki has several secret warehouses in the northern part of the city,
Okay.
and that death in Japanese is also the same word as the number 4.
So warehouse number 4.
Yes.
All right. I'll try and find that as we. I give him a cursory direction to go north part of the city. Get us there, and I will try and what I'd like to do is I'd like to maybe try and get us a shortcut there if we could,
All right.
like
So-
a good route, a quick route there.
Bingo the Bioroid is bearing down on you. He punches it. He's accelerating, and he's just trying to mole you down underneath him. So he's going to go ahead and make a piloting check.
Actually, what I'd like to do. All right, I know what I want to do on my turn.
At this point, I would like to activate like defensive stance. Like I've driven defensively, and I've
Mhm.
probably driven a hover bike defensively. I'd probably try to put a vehicle between us and him
Okay.
for a defensive stance.
Absolutely.
There you go. That's
So
cool.
it's 2 strain to me,
I like that.
All right.
or 1 strain. 1 strain.
And what's that give him?
Upgrades his check.
Upgrade. Boom. All right, I'm going to give him a setback because it's raining. I'm going to give him another setback because he's already messed up the front end of this truck, and the front hover elevators are sputtering on him.
Nice.
However, I'm going to give him a boost because his half-exposed side, he's got his red eye locked onto you.
Targeting reticle. Yeah. Nice. Oh, sweet.
Okay, so
Awesome.
what do you have in the mind for the advantage?
Well, it's his advantage.
That's true, it's
Yeah.
his advantage. Okay, so
What did he try to do? He tried to get.
he's
Tried
trying
to
to
ram
come
us.
up on you and run you down.
What were you? What'd you fail at?
Failed at trying to ram us.
Ah, good.
So you
And-
put a car between you guys.
My upgrade basically is what made him fail.
Yeah.
And
Cool.
a New Angeles tourist has their blinker on, pointing in the exact opposite lane they're trying to merge into. And so it merges in and clips him. And the already damaged hover motor in the front gives out, and the front corner digs, and the truck goes end over end. Before
Okay.
it smashes into something and goes up in flames.
For his 2 advantage.
For his 2
Maybe
advantage,
he leaps out of the window and lands on the hood of the car.
he steps out, and by this time, all the flesh has been burned off of him. And he reaches up and grabs the fender of a car passing overhead and pulls himself onto the back hood of it and starts climbing towards the
Nice.
front.
Nice.
Awesome.
And as soon as he grabs that, the car fishtails from the added mass.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
And so
Let's
now
see,
he's
I
fallen
think-
back a range band from you, but he's going
I
to try
think
and
this
catch up.
this has bought us a little time. I'm going to try and tweak the bike and get some system strain taken off of it.
Okay. Fair
Actually,
enough.
I was gonna. you know what? I was gonna try and do that too.
Okay, how about you do it, and
I'll
I'll
only
just
do that
I'll
first.
try and put some distance on with piloting after you do it.
All right, perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and
Mechanics.
mechanics it,
Mhm.
and I think that's a 2 difficulty because
That sounds about right.
we have a lot of system strain, right? Yeah, over half.
We're over half. Yeah, it's 2.
We're over half. Yep. How's that look?
Looks good.
Beautimus.
Okay.
That looks great.
That's all the system strain off my bike.
So we get the system strain back, and I think it might have stabilized it enough to maybe give Tony 357 a boost die to his piloting check.
Oh, absolutely. You're able to
boost
actually, as you're tapped into the bike, you're actually able to squeeze out a little bit of efficiency out of it and give a little
Nice.
performance boost.
All right, we're going
Nice.
to put a little distance between us and him.
All right, I'll hold on.
All right, we're trying to get to a new range increment. What's difficulty? Speed 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to
give
accelerate for my maneuver.
I'm gonna give you an extra boost die because he's currently not in control of a vehicle.
Okay.
I'm sorry. There we go. So 2 boost die.
Mm-hmm.
Handling 1 black. Okay. And I'm also maneuvering to advance the speed, so that'll increase the difficulty by 1.
Okay.
So there we go. Sweet.
Well done, sir.
All right. I would like to give him a setback die to reacquire target.
Okay.
Maybe.
So you take off in the distance. You have a whole bunch of cars between you and him as he's trying to climb up this car, and he's target lock is flickering on and off as he's beginning to lose you. So he's going to reach down. He's going to punch through the roof of this car, grab the guy, fling him out, slide in, and gun the engine of this vehicle. So he's going to try and make a piloting check.
Cool.
Full throttle. He's going to use the punch it maneuver.
Yep.
Or punch it action, I think it is. Pilot action.
I'm
Or
going to give
driving
him 2 setback dice because he's already done a lot trying to climb up this car, get the guy out, and get in.
Nice.
So the car is momentarily out of control as he's going.
Cool.
So very nice.
How does that look
I
to
would
you?
like to upgrade his check
All right.
because there is reason for despair here. I
Yes.
hope he rolls it.
There is. Oh, but that's good.
All right. He is forced to break off as an O.J. Simpson-esque line of patrol cruisers line up behind him.
Nice.
And
Okay.
now he's more concerned with evading them than chasing you.
Okay.
This is where I want to drop down to the speed of traffic and blend in.
There
Okay.
you go. And I think after you do that, I will. I'd like to make a. I'd like to get us directions to the warehouse, and maybe a good way to maybe just disappear.
Okay. You're able to easily pull that up. No big deal now that you're not being
Cool.
chased by a crazy bioroid.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right, so it takes you about an hour to get across the city. It's
All right.
about 5:45 at this point when you finally arrive at the Jinteki warehouse number 4.
Okay. Pull up to the gate, the warehouse, or the doors,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
honk the horn on the bike.
Right? A light turns on over an entrance door. So you have like the warehouse front, and then you have a little entrance door that sticks out about 6 feet.
Yep.
Mhm.
And a light appears on that, and you see a ceramic metallic door with a biochip reader next to it. It automatically turns green, and the door slides open for you.
Thanks.
Go in.
Yep.
Right? So you hop off your bike, you get inside. You enter a lobby area, and it has those thin, 8-inch thick plastic separators that hang down from the ceiling as you walk through an arch. And you hear a voice call from beyond it, "Come on in." And
I
you
recognize
recognize the
the
voice
voice.
as the voice of the Blue Oni.
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
So
Push aside the clear plastic. Walk in.
walk in, and you're immediately hit by bright lighting. And when your eyes refocus from it, you see that there's row after row after row, as far as you can see, at least 200 yards worth of cloning cylinders
Ooh.
of various different individuals. And you see a man in a light white lab coat with a white protective hat and engineering goggles on, and he turns around and he's holding a data pad. Ah, gentlemen, you're just in time. I presume you have the data?
Mm-hmm. We'll get out the sticks.
Whip out the stick off my deck that says scroll B.
I'll give him scroll A.
All right, he takes them, plugs them into his data pad, verifies their authenticity. Excellent. Here you go. Here's your payment. He hands Zezri. He hands you your cred stick. It's got, with a little bonus,
Cool.
300 creds on it.
Nice.
And then he looks at Tony 357. Tony 357. You were supposed to be decommissioned for defective.
Yeah, well, I don't look defective to you right now, do I? And I'll try and coercion.
Okay, give me a coercion check. I like this.
Hey, the data sticks wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for him.
Okay, what's the difficulty? Be probably his cool.
Yes. Let's see. I'm going to give him... Yeah, it's just going to be a single difficulty. He's not exactly a tough guy in the real world.
Okay. Because I just came out of fresh out of a combat, and I'm covered and glistening in sweat, and my clone muscles are honed from driving that bike at full. I'd like to get a boost die if you don't mind.
I'll absolutely give you a boost die, but I'm also going to give you a setback die.
Mm-hmm.
Because
yeah.
he
I'm
has
property.
his pad in front of him, and with the push of a button, he can alert Jinteki security to your location to summon for you to be decommissioned permanently.
Excellent.
Go ahead and roll it.
Nice.
He thinks twice about it, and you glare at him, and you're a big tough guy. You were designed that way. And he slowly moves his hand away from his data pad, reaches into his shirt pocket, pulls out the data stick. I suggest, Tony 357, you disappear. I'll remove the record of you entering the building from the logs for tonight.
Works for me.
And
Shall
with
we
that,
party, partner?
He turns his back to you and goes back to his data pad, walks up to one of the cloning cylinders, touches the pad, touches some buttons, and the pod that he's in front of has another member of the Tony line, and an iris opens up below it, bubbles rise up from him, and the Tony clone drops down through the floor, and a message appears on the glass: disposal complete.
Nice.
And he looks over and gives a little grin at you.
Oh, well done.
Very nice.
And the two of you walk back out into the rain.
Awesome.
Fist bump, bro.
Yeah, dude. Virtual fist bump.
Nice.
Dude, that was cool.
Very good, Jim. I like it.
That was very cool. And I was a little, if you couldn't tell, I was a little disoriented with it all, right? I'm like, I'm in Terrinoth, but he wants us to go into Android. What's going on here?
Chris, this was your idea, dude. We talked about it in the last podcast where you talked about running an Android setting where you run a fantasy world as a very nice, Jim.
Yeah, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, I have to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Well done. That's what I said. I don't remember. I'm old.
I gotta say this right now. 50 pieces of awesome, brother. That was
Thank you,
excellent.
sir.
Yes, I will. Yeah, we will definitely pre-award you the 50 pieces of awesome because I am mentioning this. I'm gonna find something cool on the internet. This stream, right?
Excellent. I
Well
love that.
done. Well done, man. That was great.
All right, thank you,
That was
gentlemen.
Great. Thank you, man. That was fun.
What a blast.
Very cool. Very
It's not
cool.
very often Chris and I get to play together, so very
There
cool.
is that. That is true. Mhm.
And yeah, it's about 2.5 hours. Yeah, that was about right what I expected.
Sweet.
Cool. Well done, man. Well done. That was well done. Well put together.
Mm-hmm.
That
Well
was-
written.
Yeah. Well done. Well done.
I love the freaking names.
Zesri, Tony 357. Yeah,
Tony
man.
357. That was good. Yeah.
357 Magnum.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. Yeah,
Well-
I mean, and I'm looking at the skills.
Oh
like,
yeah.
all right, sweet. I have 2 in computer hacking, 1 in psyops, 1 in mechanics, 1 in operating, 1 in piloting, 1 in net, and 1 in brawl. How about you? What do you give you?
I had 1 in athletics, 2 in coercion, 1 in
Okay.
cool, 1 in mechanics, 1 in operating, 2 in piloting, 2 in vigilance, 1 in ranged heavy, 1 in ranged light, and 2 in brawl.
Nice.
But I had no weapons, so I was like, "Oh, man."
Yeah.
That's pretty much. I didn't have time to plug weapons in for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw we had no gear and no weapons. First thing I noticed, I'm like, "Oh shit, I got no guns. I can't shoot back. Fuck. Yeah, I gotta fly the fuck out of here." That was good.
Yep. Yeah.
No.
Well
was
done.
really-
Had defensive psyops, grit, sidestep, and unremarkable.
So what did you think when you first saw the characters we sent you?
Oh, I loved it. I'm like, oh my god, these guys are gonna wipe the floor with what I have set up. But then I thought, you know what? That's good because I don't want it to run long.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that was. I thought when Chris is like, "I'm gonna do Kilzak," I'm like, "Fuck yeah, that's awesome!"
Well, when you brought up Gorgo, I'm like, oh, I've got to do Kilzak because Kilzak and Gorgo, man.
Oh yeah.
Now, see
And
what
now
I
we
was
have-
thinking, is because
Yeah.
Toughened was originally left out. I'm like, you know what? I want to take if I were continuing this, I would take the adventurer ranks from Goblin Slayer, which is a new anime that just came out, where they have different color-coded name tags from porcelain up through platinum, 10 different levels,
Okay.
and use that as talents at various point levels, and they would require the one in front of it. And each one of those you would take would give you the equivalent of Toughened.
Oh, that's cool.
And so that would be the level up mechanic.
Oh, cool.
There
That's
it
pretty
is.
cool.
Look, doing some screenshots here because I'm gonna save these characters, and
Oh yeah.
do save them for advantageous threats because I just had a couple of advantageous threat thoughts for these guys. So,
Well, I'll
Yeah.
definitely export them and send them over to you guys.
oh, excellent, that works
Oh,
too.
sweet. Yeah, that works. Yeah, why don't you do that? That's great. And he used our pictures. That's perfect.
That's great.
Well, I think every character I have has to have an axe because there's always a possibility we go in my back.
That is a thing of beauty. I loved it.
So I
Yeah.
just love the picture in my head. It instantly popped in there when you guys started talking about the android and Terrinoth. I'm like, these guys flying through the rain on their hover bikes with the beanstalk and the moonlight coming through the rain clouds.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, that's just iconic. I gotta have that.
Mm-hmm. When you describe that, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm immersed. I'm there.
That's beautiful. Yeah, no, I'm like immediately. I'm like, oh, I'm on a hover bike. I'm flying because again, I've been a big cyberpunk guy for years, and I ran an adventure way back when. It was very similar. I had the guys start out playing. We were playing at the time. We were playing vampire and we were playing cyberpunk, so they were playing their vampire characters, and then all of a sudden, a similar thing kind of happened, but instead of them being like on a run and stuff, they were actually, and if you don't remember from Cyberpunk 2020, they had basically virtual reality prisons. They were prisoners, and the virtual reality system that kept them in prison was going down, and then they turned into a cyberpunk prison break. So,
Oh, cool, dude.
so yeah.
Cool. Is that how you transferred to say, oh, now we're doing cyberpunk?
Yes, we just went right into in mid-session. I'm like, all right, guys, we're no longer playing vampire. Here's your characters for cyberpunk.
Well, that's like
Because at
what
the
I
previous-
like about.
In the previous cyberpunk adventure, they had been arrested. All of them.
Ah, perfect. Oh, that's good. That's
So, and I
pretty cool.
collected all the characters before the end of the night. And I'm like, all right, give me your characters.
Cool.
So yeah, I like the Genesis. I'm able to. Well, I got one completely different setting theme, and I have a completely different other one. Just easily merge them together. No big deal.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah,
Oh,
came together just beautifully.
Mhm.
Now you might run into with the setting themes in Fantasy Grounds,
Mhm.
because I did kind of a mingling when I did my Deep Madness for NivCon 2.
Mhm.
You might run into some of the skill overlap with the combat skills being a little bit difficult. So you
Yeah,
may have
I
to
was
tweak
worried that I might run into that, but since I didn't get a chance to get to the weapons for the Android side.
Mhm.
Right. But again, at that point, you just you basically, whichever you want to be the primary system, that's the one you use.
Yep.
So if you want to your fantasy setting to be the secondary setting, like in this case, then everything we would have range light, range heavy, and just melee.
Hmm.
And we wouldn't have
Mhm.
melee heavy, melee light. And you would just tell the players that in advance. You only have melee. I'm getting rid of melee heavy, melee light.
Right.
So, just for Fantasy Grounds, if you ever want to do it that way.
Yep.
But just
Mhm.
saying. As of right now, the way it's tweaked, because like I said, when I had trouble with my Deep Madness running both, because it was kind of a fantasy setting. Well, not fantasy setting, but it was kind of a horror, supernatural horror setting. And you saw the trouble I was having with the skills, Jim. It was mainly with NPCs. Yeah. But anyhow, no, that was tremendously fun. I loved it.
Yes, it was.
Glad you gentlemen enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dude, a despair for the whole session? Dude,
Yes.
you were a harsh GM.
Hey,
Goddamn.
you got a death curse placed on you.
Well, I figured that went away as soon as we went into the real world.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So
That
I kinda,
only applied
once
to
we
your
went to
game
the real
character.
world, I'm like, I don't think he wants me to upgrade anymore, but I'm not sure if I should ask. Fuck it. I'm just going to go with it.
You were played the heck out of that too, Tony.
Oh, yeah.
You were kind of larping it there too, man. You were itching yourself.
Oh, dude, I get into character, man.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
man. It's
What does a guy sound like when he's scratching himself? Well, the best way to make that noise is to scratch yourself while you're trying to talk. You know?
Exactly. Oh,
So
that was
yeah,
fun.
once you took her down easy, because I knew she was going to be an easy kill for you guys once I saw your characters. I'm like, I saw that despair. I'm like, ooh, I got to Dresden the hell out of this. You're getting a death curse.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
All right, man.
Very cool.
I got laundry to finish,
Yep.
and this beer ran right through me, so I gotta take care of that business too.
Yeah, me too. I had, yeah. All right, thanks a lot, Jim.
All
Appreciate
right,
it,
I'll
bud.
get this video uploaded to you.
Oh, no problem, man.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you much.
All right, have a good night, guys.
Catch you later.
Great game. We'll
Thanks
see you
again.
Wednesday, Chris.
Yeah. Take it easy.